We are live. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
So, you were mentioning long week for you. So it's just been just fast paced kind of long week, or
Stress. With between the side gig, between the other job and the letters I'm getting from certain people. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it
No, I
I
guess
don't
the
want to get
question I would have
political.
for that one is, were you given the opportunity to ignore it or not, or were you told that you had to
I was
actually answer it?
I was told I had to actually answer it, and by the time I actually answered it, that's when the email came out saying I didn't have to answer it.
Nice.
And I went to work that day with a migraine because I didn't want to not answer it and lose my job.
Right.
And sat there for most of the day waiting for guidance, and got through it. It was a good day at work, but I got through it.
Right.
And now it sounds like we're getting another email in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh.
I actually joked with my parents on that whole thing. I said, well, the way I'd probably answer it is answer number one, I got to work on time. Number two, I worked.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, I had lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then went back to work, and then I went home on time. Those were my five things I did last week. Anyway, all right, we're about a minute in, so that should be warmed up enough, right?
Yes.
All right. So, welcome everybody to Wednesday or Rainbow Live presents Wednesday Night Lights with your hosts
Patrick.
and Casey. Um, we have a few things that we get to show off this week, not as much as we've had the last couple weeks, but first thing we're going to show off here is actually make sure it stays on camera is a nice new short box for those of you comic collectors. Captain America. It's a
And
nice.
it is a nice box. It's got a whole on one side. It's got a whole bunch of the
Looks like it's the same on
classic.
both sides. So.
Oh, it is the same on both sides. But it's which is a rarity for the box nowadays. But
Right.
it's got a lot of the classic Cap villains. It's got the Invaders up in one corner. It's got he's fighting AIM. He's fighting Spy Master. I see Bartok's getting a kick to the head. It's pretty awesome. It's so you've got a lot of the classic caps. So if you got an older collection of Captain America, this would be a great box to
Yeah.
hold it in. It's just got a lot going on here, and
Well,
quite.
you gotta love the profile picture right
Oh
here on the
gosh,
front.
yes.
So
If there's one thing I think that Marvel dropped the ball on is that I understand that Namor was caught up with another company for years,
Mhm.
but if we had gotten a proper Invaders movie during that first run, or even going
oh
with
sure,
what's happening now
hmm
with the different timelines, to get a proper Invaders movie would be absolutely outstanding. World
right,
War II, Human Torch, Namor, Captain America fight, punching Nazis. I'm for it.
sure. Well, and that'd be really cool to try and set up. But yeah, I'm just in awe with the artwork. So
I'm thinking it's Alex Ross art,
usually there's like an impossible signature, but I guess not this route.
but it looks very much Alex Ross esque.
Might say on the bottom. Nope. Unfortunately, it just says 2020 National Entertainment Collectibles Association. Woohoo! Oops, sorry. I'm beating up on Patrick. Yeah.
And it happens.
All right, so I guess that means we get to turn the camera over. Oh, I guess we could probably do the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week is so Robert Orsi, I believe is how you pronounce his name, recently died yesterday. He is the writer. He was a writer and contributor for Star Trek.
Okay.
He was one of the big names that helped develop the Kelvin timeline.
Okay.
So he also helped. I'm trying to think of the main director's name. Um, he did the first. He did the Star Wars Episode 7 as well.
Okay.
Do you remember who that was? No. Anyway, him and Alex Kurtzman, I think was another one of those big names. They all worked together in a whole bunch of different things over the time. So it was so unfortunate to hear that he died. And then, so I guess the question of the day would be, what's your favorite Star Trek memory?
I gotta say, I I know it's not as popular with some people as others, but I was a really big fan of Deep Space Nine.
Sure.
Um, the Ferengi when it was a Quark.
Yeah, Quark.
Quark's mom, when he found out that Quark's mom was actually running finances when they weren't supposed to be, and she was really, really good at it.
Oh, sure.
Was one of my favorite storylines in that. But for favorite memory, I was also a big Data guy, so I would probably say some just like the Data against Moriarty in the
sure,
is one of my favorite episodes. It was just kind of this is my kind of thing. I loved the idea of the holodeck and the misadventures that they always seem to have. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have the holodeck anymore because things always seem to go really, really poorly.
Right. Yeah. I can't quote it for sure because it's been a while since I've seen the Picard series, even though it's so recent. I think they brought Moriarty back for that series for when they were trying to retrieve data from the secret one of the secret bases from section was it 61, 41, some 31, yeah, 31, sector 31 or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I think they brought it back as more of a security protocol kind of thing. So it was really interesting seeing that come back. And then also when it came to Data, the poker table with him, Einstein,
Stephen
Hawkins, and all them. So, but my true best memory from Star Trek, I'm a ship. I love the ships of Star Trek. My favorite moment is probably the introduction of the Enterprise E in First Contact.
Fair enough.
When it came into view, I was like, that is a beautiful ship. I have also the same opinion as Picard's son in Picard of the Enterprise A. That was a beautiful, clean ship as well. I loved that one as compared to the original series one. But you got to remember technology changes, stuff like that. So those would probably be my two favorite ships: is the A and the E.
Fair enough.
All right, so now we get to move on to sports ball.
Hooray, sports ball!
Not much here for sports ball, so it's gonna be real quick. We have a restock with 2023-24 Topps Chrome Cosmic. So those of you that were trying to collect the set or were trying to collect a specific card from this, we did get that back in stock. The other thing that we got brand new. What's that?
This wasn't in your box.
Oh, over here so it can be in.
There you go. The other thing, thanks Amanda. The other thing that's brand new for at least for me, came late last week after our show, is the 2024 Topps Chrome McDonald's basketball cards, and this is the not the hobby box, but one of the smaller ones that doesn't guarantee an autograph. So, but it still have some of the new up and coming stars that are coming out. So if there's any names that you know that are either in college, because this is the top guy from Duke, Cooper Flagg. So that's a big name to get right now because he's projected to be the #1 overall pick. So, and that's it for sports ball.
But we're not done with cards.
No.
So we recently had these drop in at the store. It is Topps Finest X-Men 97 from Marvel Studios. It's just from the looks of it, it's going to have one refractor parallel card per box, which is the expected as always, not the guaranteed. But if you're a fan of the series, X-Men 97, it was clean. It was some really great art. So if you like collecting those cards, we got a new series for you to collect. Go back, taking you back to that 96, 97 timeline itself when we had the Fleet series coming out. Get your marble on, go and dig through those.
Yep.
Along with that, going into playing cards, we have the Camping Flux edition along with the bonus pack for the Pats, or what they're calling the Patsy pack from Monty Python. So with basically, you're going to get a new set of Camping Flux cards. For those of you who are not familiar with Flux, the game changes as you play. You can combine decks into different together, add more cards, and the more you add, the more crazy the game can become because it switches the goals as you're going through it. So we've got one that's camping themed, one that's Monty Python themed. It includes a special card. It includes Sir not appearing in the game as part of the cards you get in the pack. So those are fun and going on. Still going on with games we play. We have some new dice mats or dice trays, that folding dice trays, themed with Invincible, and also with The Walking Dead. So depending on the game, if you're playing a superhero game or a zombie game, or just like the shows, and you want a new dice tray, this would be a great way to go about it. You know, someone who's a fan, always fun to have those themed things. I'm dropping on Friday for a pre-release. We have HeroClix Spider-Verse. Now it's going to be available on Friday as the pre-release for that one night. After that, it is going to be not be available again until Wednesday. And we got some fun stuff going on here. We got Spider-Punk available. We have Peter Porker coming in there. We've got I can't remember his name, but Patry Parker. We've got Thor. We've got Spider Thor. And then we have some of the villains in there. Mysterio. We have Kraven the Hunter in the Venom costume. They've got some really nice ones in this set. So if you're a Spidey guy, or if you're into the HeroClix, this is the time to come in and get those things while you can.
What's the brick wall's name?
Sandman.
Sandman?
Yep. And it's one of the things he used to do was turning into sand. It actually, gosh, I can't. It's got the kangaroo. Oh my gosh. It's got the kangaroo. It's fantastic. Along keeping with that gaming, if you're like me and you get frustrated with your Dungeons and Dragons, we've got Random Encounters Battle Ball. 20-sided die. If you want to play fetch with your dog, if you want to toss it at your DM, if you want something to chew on in that stressful encounter, here you go. This is the dice for you. Big, it's fluffy, it bounces, or it's big, it's hard, it bounces, and it might be what you're needing for your next game session. Along with that, and
kind of unfortunate that it doesn't have numbers on it, or does it?
No, it does not have the numbers on it, but it does give you a good bounce and gives you an excuse to chuck it at some. Well, wait. It does have the numbers.
Oh, sweet.
It's just that they're really hard to see with the color coding on this one.
Yeah.
They didn't do any drawing out, but if you want to marker them in, you'll be able to see them.
Yep.
These are so cool. These make me happy. These just dropped. These are Dungeons and Dragons Beholder Inclusion die. So it's got your standard set of 20-sided die. Each die has a beholder on the inside of the die hanging out. So if the beholder is your monster, that's your big scary boy. This is the dice set for you. These are kind of awesome.
So does that mean you're going to be getting some soon?
I've already got another set I'm picking up tonight, and with some of these other things that are dropping, my wife's gonna be so mad at me. But along with, speaking of Spider-Verse, we also had a new set of Spidey magnets drop. So we've got your Mary Jane, we've got your Gwen, we've got your Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales, we've got Toxin, we've got Spider-Man hanging out in kind of a New York City, maybe jamming out in Central Square. We've got another Miles. I said we have Miles. We've got Miles. We've got Venom, and we've got the Cyber Spider-Man.
Ooh.
So we've got a whole set. If you're a Spidey fan, if you collect magnets, if you want to slap something on your fridge, or just get a little something for your Spider fan, hang it in your locker, whatever you want. It's put it in the cubicle. Make yourself, wear your fandom proud.
Yeah. Or if you want to just continue that, like we just recently had the women of Marvel as magnets. So if you wanted to continue that one with these ones,
yeah, we got Gwen Stacy, we got Mary Jane. They're the women of Marvel as well. What's Marvel without a love interest,
right?
And what's Peter Parker without suffering?
Right. All right. So we got some.
Oh yeah, we got one more thing. I apologize. Back to cards. Limit one per. We've got the Prismatic Evolve hangers going on right now. It's got the EV token, and it's got a special EV Reckless Charge, along with 2 packs of the Prism Evolution Scarlet and Violet. So if you are looking to collect, if this is something you're interested in, we've got these available 1 per customer. So if you want more than 1, bring a friend or bring 10. Well, just make sure you have enough to count for what you want to buy.
Yes.
And I guess that would take us to Funko Land.
Woohoo!
I go, you go, Funko.
You want to go first, or you want me to
I'll
go
go
first?
first.
All right.
I just saw some fun ones here. We've got Mo Shroot.
Can't go wrong with Moe's.
He is fear. He is monster. He is ready to beat you up. It's Moe's. Along with that, one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons, we've got Mr. Plow.
Ooh.
Yes. So if it's wintertime, you want to warm up, you want to rep your fandom, get Mr. Plow to add to your shelf.
There you
go. One of my favorite Disney movies, but not the favorite for a lot of people, we got Mushu.
Well, how can you not like Mushu?
He's really the best part of the movie.
Right.
Mushu was Donkey before Donkey was Donkey.
Right.
And last but not least, we got Katy Cat. Yeah, I am a Letterkenny fan through and through. I have not had a chance to sit down and watch the new season of Shoresy yet. I might do that tonight because I could use a good laugh with everything going on.
Right.
And there are nothing better than the openings to Letterkenny when you've had a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing about Katie's big tarts.
Now, they don't share. I haven't really fully seen all of Letterkenny and all that. Was the Hickoff an opening scene, or?
I don't know if the Hickoff. I don't remember if the Hickoff specifically was an opening scene or not. But it's. I love the show, especially on the opening episode of a new season.
Mm-hmm.
They really key in on that opening shot of that. You just get. If you don't laugh at that, there's something wrong with you.
Right. All right, I went a little bit of a different route. I wasn't Disney, but I saw there was a whole bunch of these. And those of you that are collecting Disney princesses, we apparently got a bunch in this week in a collection. We're going to start off with what we don't usually talk about a lot here because I haven't seen a whole bunch, but we got a pop pin of Snow White. So those of you that are collecting those pop pins or just want to continue collecting princesses and you couldn't find the regular Snow White, so we got this one. There you go. After her, we have Rapunzel, everybody's favorite long-haired princess. And looks like she's painting along with having, what's the lizard's name again? Do you remember?
No, I do not.
That's right. Anyway,
it's been too long since I've watched that one. This was one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is actually one of my more favorite recent Disney princess movies. Growing up, my favorite was Beauty and the Beast.
I was a Black Cauldron guy. It still bothers me that they don't list Princess Ellen as a Disney princess because it's in her name.
Right. Next, we have another more up-to-date or more recent Disney princess. We have Moana. For those of you that love the Pacific Southwest characters. So probably should not have the glare on there, right?
These things happen.
And then we have, like I said, my favorite Disney princess movie that I was watching, Beauty and the Beast, Belle. This is from the winter scene where she basically pegged Beast with a snowball right in the face.
Because nothing says getting friendship like pelting people with snowballs.
Right. And then the last two I'm going to show off. I know we have plenty more in there, but I didn't want to talk about all of them, unfortunately, for most of you Disney princess fans. We have Cinderella with Gus Gus and... now that just disappoints me that I forget his name. The red mouse. If I forgot Gus Gus, I'd really be disappointed in myself. But yeah, Cinderella reading a story to the mice. And then the final one. Actually, this one's a pretty good Disney princess story. We got Tiana from Princess and the Frog. So from what I've seen on TikTok for that so they changed the Brer Rabbit to Princess and the Frog ride down in Disney World. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty interesting. So they didn't really change too much. It's still a water drop and all that, but still looks like a fun show.
They have a series of books out through the Disney Publishing, but I can't remember the name of the author. Kwame Ama something, but he does a series of books called Tristan Strong. They're Tristan Strong books, and it's kind of like it is kind of like the southern version, if is the best way I can put this,
Sure.
of the Percy Jackson books. 'Cause
Okay.
he has adventures with, with John Henry, Brer Rabbit, Anansi the Spider, and all these things. And I am fascinated with the stories of Anansi, so I was sucked in from the word go. It's got just a really good message for kids about dealing with, the passing of friends and how you deal with your emotions, things like that. It is well written, and I would love to see that dude on a Miles Morales book. I would kill for that.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty cool. I guess we'll end the show there. Anything else? Our backstock store sale is still going on. It ends this Friday. So anything in the white boxes in our store is on sale. So those of you that are trying to finish collecting certain series, or just are missing a bunch of books that you just couldn't afford at the time, or just passed on, we got. Hopefully, we have those available for you. Anything you wanted to mention on that?
It's a good time to dive into a new series. This is the time to do it. If there's something you've been wanting to look at and haven't, especially for our more adult readers, if you want to get into things like, or if you want to get into things like the Stranger Things comic books, or some of the horror books that we have out there, or I can't even think of the name of the book now. I'm fried. I'm going to stop talking because I'm fried. But check something new out. It's for $2 a book. You can't go wrong.
Right. And for those of you that want to collect the comic books from like your favorite video game series, like my big collection, or part of my big collection, is the Assassin's Creed series. So we have plenty of those as well, and hopefully we have the ones right for you as well, because we do have Halo and some of those and Mass Effect and some of those others. So
didn't they do an Elden Ring comic book? If they haven't, they should.
I thought so, but I'd have to check.
I know they did one for Dead by Daylight for those characters.
Yes, they did.
And we may still have some of the ones that have the costume codes in it.
Yeah. So stop on by. We're open till 8 tonight. We open again tomorrow at 10. So those of you that want to take advantage of the store and get those sales, please come on in. And it's beautiful weather, so.
Exactly. We're not supposed to have it go south until Sunday, so enjoy it while you can.
Yep.
Get out, do some shopping.
Yep. So you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and